Women want a business partner that's called a husband that they can divorce and steal the profits from when the money is right. And when he calls her out on it, she labels him toxic. We are only toxic until she needs us. She won't tell the plumber he is toxic. She won't tell the mechanic he is toxic. She won't tell the chef he is toxic. She won't tell the driver he is toxic. She won't tell the plastic surgeon he is toxic. Being stoic gets all the things she wants done, in a calm, professional manner. She does not know what she wants. Toxic is an umbrella term for someone people don't like. If you don't bend to her every will and don't act super agreeable, you are toxic. Even at universities, more women are being given priority when it comes to scholarships, even though men are more qualified to be in that scholarship program. This is happening in the STEM fields as well. It was really a concerted effort to bring down men in all aspects of our society. Thomas Sowell said it best: there has been more suffering caused by public intellectuals who share their unsolicited opinion on topics outside their area specialty than there has been from lying politicians. This is the official way to turn a man completely off. Ask him for money, or ask him to pay for something for you, or call him toxic, or ask him what he does for a living upon meeting him. The asks, the favors, the I want, and the I deserve never stop or sleep. It's not only the quickest joystick killer, but it's the quickest way to get us out of your life and make us run for the hills with absolute disgust and disdain. Women in general have zero games, put in zero effort of barely being amusing, ask little questions about you and your character, and are only interested in themselves and what you can do for them. It's not that we are cheap, or don't want to help, or don't want to give, but if you really want to push us further and further away, keep doing what you're doing because it's working really well for us by saving our time and our money and our lives. Maybe not for women so much. It never fails to amaze me when a woman has 3 pages to a list of preferences and somehow thinks a man is wrong to have only 2 or 3 preferences. This is especially true when 95% of the preferences on her list are superficial things, and the 3 preferences on the man's list go directly to determining the health and functionality of a relationship. That independent woman, the reason she fears losing her independence, is because she did not have a father who provided for and protected her. She learned from her quasi-family that no one would ever be there for her to provide and protect. This is what we call the orphan complex, or orphan mindset. These go through life selfishly, concerned frantically with money, and stepping on others to get what they want. One main issue for modern women is the need to be stimulated regularly enough. Because as soon as get a feeling of not having enough fun, then maybe cowards go out and/or try someone else, often while still with someone, in the hope of endless fun. Related to modern times and short attention span due to enabling technologies. Contemporary women are selfish and narcissistic, meaning that they don't take accountability or responsibility for their actions, but blame others for things that are self-inflicted, act entitled, want to be put upon a pedestal, and do not do anything for themselves but do it for them, in other words, lazy. The only time they want to get a job is when that money they make is for them alone to spend on whatever they want, while you will pay all the bills. It's cheaper, easier, and drama-free to be alone. Listening to them try and convince a room full of dudes that do not care about body count because they don't care is equivalent to us trying to convince them his income doesn't matter. He'll eventually hit that 100K 20 years from now, so judge him off what he can be, not what he is. And if we talk about the other parts of the world, not only HVM, but the average man has far more options and opportunities in Asia than ever before, because their values are different, and not as entitled as Western women, but also, they know what men want and how to treat them. But don't think they are simple or a pushover as some boss babe feminists say. You are just more appreciated for who you are even without the 6S required. Boss babe women are incapable of lifting a man up because they see that as an attack on their boss babe attitude. If anything, they feel the need to drag him down to their level. Men used to not be attracted to women with big butts. They were repelled by them. Men in the 1970s wouldn't want anything to do with the women of this generation, and this entire generation is obsessed with money and being part of the machine. Perhaps Gen Z should be called the robot or zombie generation. Don't even care to know what interests are or what we are interested in. You know, like our favorite movies or our favorite music or our favorite hobbies. Stuff like that, they don't care to know about us as men. All they care about is what we can do for them, and that's it. So it's true that independent women don't need a man. Why should a man want to be with a woman that doesn't need or want him? A couple should depend on each other. That is what marriage was intended to be. Just read the traditional vows across cultures. If you want to keep your morals and values as a woman for yourself and not change yourself, go for it. Don't change for anyone. But what I've witnessed throughout my life is the guy has had to change himself for her. So I'll say this. Guys, if you have your own values and morals, don't change for them. Let them want you for you. You see, men just don't see the point anymore. They don't see the point in chasing women, only to be told they're not good enough. For years and years, men have shouldered the responsibility to take care of women in every way possible. They've taken the responsibility to approach women, make the first moves, and take the initiative in every way possible, only for women to play hard, to get it each and every second, to use men for their own material gains, and to discard of them when they see a better and wealthier man giving them attention. Men are disgusted to the core at how women monkey branch off to other men as a result of their hypergamous nature. A core part of female nature is hypergamy, which means they date up the socioeconomic strata. This might be great for them, but it's demoralizing for men. Imagine a guy who makes just enough money to pay his bills, put decent and healthy food on the table, have a nice car, and a decent apartment, and do everything he can to accommodate the woman he loves. He uses his life savings to buy her a diamond ring, help her settle in with him, pay for her lifestyle, and even take her on trips to other cities. He does everything he can to make her happy. Now imagine that the same woman starts getting some attention from a rich businessman who earns more in a day than the woman's current boyfriend earns in an entire month. That man finds her attractive and keeps sending her messages and sliding into her DMs. She eventually agrees to see him and is blown away by his wealth and the luxury handbags, heels, and watches he gifts her. What he spends on her is nothing for him, by the way. But what her current boyfriend spent on her was everything to him. Now imagine, that woman dumps her boyfriend and starts dating the wealthy billionaire full-time. She just discards the guy who truly loved her with all his heart and just jumps on a chance to be with the wealthy guy. And guess what? That wealthy guy then dumps her after a few months, leaving her stranded and begging her old boyfriend to move back in with him. Sure, this sounds like a drama or a movie, but it's a common reality. This is what men are facing every single day. Men are supposed to act traditionally and roll out the red carpet for women in every way possible, while women are okay mistreating, misbehaving with, and discarding guys just because they have 100 thirsty simps lusting after them. As men, we walk away, because in general men are disposable and unwanted except for what we can give her. There are some good women out there, but they're very hard to find, and most are already taken. So why bother wasting our time? If modern women want a protector, provider, and whatever they're traditional from the man, modern women need to earn it by being loyal, supportive, honorable, and most importantly, loving the man, no matter how rich, good-looking females want. You pray for rain. You have got to deal with the mud too. That's a core part of it. Thanks for watching Man Reacts. Show us your love and support by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. Support us and help us spread support for men around the world. Do comment and share your thoughts. We're always up for a healthy debate and discussion.